guys, how's it going? So I realized that we are halfway through February, but I already have so many bookish things here that I would like to share with you guys. So I am doing a mid-month book haul. So some of the first things that I'm going to be going over for my mid-month book haul are going to be things that are not books, but they are bookish goodies. So we went out to Anchorage, and while we were out, we went to a calendar store, and I ended up coming across this necklace. And this is Peeta Mellark's necklace from the Catching Fire when they go back into the Hunger Games, and Effie gets them all a gold token. She has her hair, she gets the necklace for Peeta, Katniss has her pin, and everything like that. And so I thought this was really, really cool. In the books and the movie, this is a locket, but here in real life, it does open up, but it's just shiny. There is no place to put an actual picture, but it is still really, really cool. I thought that was a really neat feature for them to include with this necklace. And I was just really surprised to find it out in the store. Like, the Hunger Games are pretty old movies. There's not a lot of merch left, like, out there for them. So, yeah, it was a really fun find. So the next couple little things that I received was the Daughter of the Siren Queen. And Owl Crate had sent out this email saying that you could enter to receive some Daughter of the Siren Queen merch. And so we got a bookmark with the release date and everything on it, which it comes out at the end of this month on February 27th. It came with a signed book plate, and then there was also a postcard-sized map that you could receive as well. So I received all of those in the mail. That was a really, really awesome surprise, and I love that Owl Crate sent that email out notifying people that you could do so. When I entered to receive those items, I also got a bonus chapter for the books, so that was really exciting too. I really enjoyed that. The next couple items that I have are some Funko Pops. So when me and my husband had gone out to Anchorage and I found the Peeta Mellark necklace, we also stopped by the Hot Topic, and I found two new Harry Potter Funko Pops. This is Ginny Weasley and Ron Weasley on their brooms. These are really, really cool. There is a Harry Potter out there as well where he is flying on his broom like this, but I think he was the fall convention exclusive. He's harder to find, and when you find him, he's kind of more expensive than I want to pay right now. But these are really, really neat. I was super excited to find these. These do complete my set that are on the back here, so I have all the characters that are on the backs of these boxes, which I thought was really exciting. Because I was at Hot Topic when I bought those, they were having a 3 for $25 sale for the Funko Pops that are $12.50 or under. So I had looked at their like Diamond Edition Mickey Mouse, but because he was like 14 something, he didn't qualify for the sale. And the sale is basically like buying two and getting one free. So of course I had to get one free. I ended up going with Kuzco because I am looking to branch into some more smaller Disney titles, a little bit more obscure movies like the Lilo and Stitch Pops that I got. I got Kuzco. This is the Hot Topic exclusive where he is a llama. Anywhere else you find him, he is a regular person. So I was tempted to pick up Yzma and Kronk while I was there because I love those two. But I didn't. I held myself back and only got 3 pops. I went to a local comic shop that is also in the same mall that our Hot Topic is located, and I found Algra from the Dark Crystal. She is one of my favorite characters on the Dark Crystal. I absolutely love her. She's holding her one eyeball in her hand that's blocked by her picture here. So it's just really, really neat. I have Jen as well, and I figure I will get the rest of the Dark Crystal Pops. There are 3 now that I'm missing, which is Kira, and then the Skeksis, and the Chanter. Chamberlain, the Skeksis, is really expensive. I found him on Amazon, and they wanted a lot for him. So it'll probably be a while till I get the rest of these, but this is another set that I am going to try and collect. So in my January book haul, I showed you guys that I had recently obtained a copy of Graceling, and my friend was out at a used bookstore the other day, and she happened to find me Bitter Blue, which is the third book for the Graceling trilogy. So I now have all 3 books and no excuse not to read them. Recently, one of my purchases from Book Outlet, I got Murder of Crows by Anne Bishop. And that was I think like the second book in the Others series. So of course I had to look up the Others series and get a hold of Written in Red, which is the first book in the Other series. I've heard that this is pretty good. I have read the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs, and this is one that is often recommended. If you like this, you might like this. So I figured first and second book, I'll go ahead and give it a shot and see if I want to get any of the others. There are a lot of others in this series. So today is Sunday the 18th, and a couple days ago on Thursday, my kids had their parent-teacher conferences, and they all did really, really well. I have 3 kids, and so I schedule their conferences back to back to back. Which can be a little frustrating, but it's best to just get it over and done with. All my kids did really well, so I took them to Target and I let both of my boys pick out a book. And my little girl, she can't really read yet, so she got a Five Nights at Freddy's doll instead, because that's what she wanted. For some reason, she doesn't play Five Nights at Freddy's. We don't play that. But for some reason, she loves those dolls. She's obsessed with them because they look creepy. So she got one of those. But while we were at Target and my boys picked out their books, I picked out a book for myself too, for having gotten through 3 parent-teacher conferences back to back. I deserved it. I went ahead and picked up Thunderhead. I was originally going to buy the Barnes & Noble edition of this, the exclusive, since it has like additional content, but I was there at Target and I was like, whatever, it's 20% off, I'm getting it here. Like, it was the only book there that I was like, I need to buy that. I recently finished the first book, Scythe, so I figure I need to get this one now that it's out, because it left off like there's nothing more to know. So I'm interested what the heck we find out. Back in January, a booktuber who is much larger than myself, Sasha Alsberg, released a book along with Lindsay Cummings, and that was Zenith. And because this is by a booktuber, that is really like the only reason I picked it up. I have been hearing about it on her channel forever and ever and ever and ever. She self-promotes a lot. Every single video this book is mentioned, and I was like, fine, I'm buying it. Like, just so I can say, like, I bought it and I get to read it, and it's really, really cool. It's really cool that a booktuber has written a book. There are a couple other booktubers who have written books, and I think that's really, really neat. Like, that's not something that I could do. I know there's a lot of other booktubers who are like working towards that goal and currently writing books, and I'm super excited for when they finally release them. Like, that's awesome. How many people do you get to say, like, I remember when they just talked about that book and now here it is in stores? Like, that's just really neat. Not that you personally know those people, but like, you kind of shared that journey. Like, that's just really cool to me. And writing a book is not something that I'm like ever gonna be able to do, because I am horrible at writing, as we all should know by now. But I thought that was really neat. So I went ahead and I picked up Zenith, the Andromeda Saga by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. Like, that's just really cool. I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to reading this. I have heard some mixed reviews on this after it had come out, so I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to reading it, but I do think that that's really exciting, and this is one that I do have at the top of my TBR for 2018. Okay, so the next few things that I have are in boxes. One other thing that I have before I get into these is Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. This is the 20th anniversary. I'm pretty sure this is the UK edition. I ordered this off of Book Depository, and I ordered the second one as well, and they came separately, which I'm pretty sure that's what this is. And I had also ordered the third book. I ordered the third book off of Abe Books, but it should have been this edition. The Subtle, not the third book, The Subtle Knife. Is that the second book? Oh, I can't remember now. I'm getting confused. Anyway, I had ordered the subtle knife off of Abe Books, and it should have been this edition. Unfortunately, this was not what I had received. I received some other random obscure, like, US subtle knife edition, and I was like, this book is hideous. It is not at all what I expected, and it is not even in as good of condition as I expected. So I had to send it back. So now I have to wait for Book Depository to stock that one, because I missed it when they stocked it right after I had ordered these. I was very upset. But this should be the Amber Spyglass. And it is. Yes. Okay, so before Book Depository would send bookmarks, and they were ones that you could like color on and stuff, but these ones that I've been receiving with the Northern Lights and the Amber Spyglass have been these like really kitty ones that I don't get to color on, and I don't like them as much. But aren't these beautiful? These are absolutely beautiful. These have to be my favorite editions of these books ever. The Northern Lights in the US is the Golden Compass. There is a really beautiful 20th anniversary edition of the Golden Compass that is on Barnes & Noble that I have thought of obtaining just to kind of like sit with these ones. I am currently missing the subtle knife now, but I am really happy to have gotten these. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I don't own any copies of these before now, so it was just one that I was like, I need to have a copy. Because they're beautiful. So, okay, the next thing that I have here, I'm not sure which book this is. I'm not sure which book this is. Oh, okay. So I have the Bone Season and the Mime Order and these beautiful, beautiful covers. I have gotten these off of Book Outlet. Pretty sure I got these off Book Outlet. They don't have remainder marks, so it makes me think maybe I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I love these covers. They're beautiful. Out, Tema. However, the third book, The Song Rising, does not have a cover that matches these. So I didn't want to order that off of Book Outlet because then the cover would not match the other two. And I could have sworn that I had seen A Song Rising with a matching cover, and it took me a while to find it. It took me a while, but I found it. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. Okay, so I have not read The Song Rising, let's be clear, but this is a signed edition, and it has the beautiful cover, and it matches the other two, and I am so, 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 so happy. I am so happy. Because the other cover, I just don't like it. It's really ugly, and it doesn't match. It doesn't match. So, yes, so, they all match now, and I'm so, so happy. So, the last thing that I have is my Book Outlet order. It's been a while since I looked at my Book Outlet. I don't entirely remember what all I bought. So, let me open this up. I got a $5 off coupon. I picked up Something Strange and Deadly by Susan Dennard. So this book is about a girl named Eleanor, and it sounds like it's more of, it sounds like it's set in like an older time period than like nowadays. And it is about a girl who lives in Philadelphia, and her brother has been taken, and her mom is like trying to marry her off, and it ends up that somebody is raising the dead, and now there's zombies everywhere, and so she goes to figure out like what's going on because her brother has been taken by the zombies apparently, and so she goes to these spirit hunter guys and to try and like combat this dead zombie army. So it sounded really interesting. I don't think I've really read too many like zombie books, let alone set in an older time period. So it sounded really interesting and different than most of the things that I read. So I went ahead and picked it up. I also went ahead and snagged The Great Pursuit, which is the sequel to The Great Hunt that I also purchased off of Book Outlet, and I have not gotten to read yet, but this is a duology, so it should only be these 2 books. And now I have both of them. So these will probably go on a TBR soon. So for my biannual bibliothon, one of the books that I had chosen to read was Storm Siren, and on Book Outlet they had Siren's Fury, which is the 2nd book in the trilogy. They also had the 3rd book as well, but I went ahead and just ordered this one. So one series that I had never really gotten into, but one that I do want to read at some point, is the Night World series. And the fact that they were in paperback is really what kind of held me up on them. And they were done in these 3 paperbacks, and each one had like 3 books to the you know, it was like a combination of 3 books in one paperback. And I didn't really like that. So not too terribly long ago, they came out with kind of a boxed set, and the books are done like this. So there's 10 books. 9 or 10 books. I have the 7th and the 9th right here. Book Outlet now has the 8th on their site. So that kind of sucked. And they have the whole box set now on the site as well. So I was like, damn you, Book Outlet. Like, I have gone ahead and I have purchased these one by one slowly as Book Outlet has gotten them in. It is a beautiful set. I think they're gorgeous. I love the way that they are done in this hardback, where it's kind of like cloth and just solid. It doesn't have a dust jacket. They just kind of are what they are, but they are really, really neat, and I do like them, and it's a complete set, so it'll be good. It'll be good. So the next book that I have in this box is The Jewel by Amy Ewing. Oh. So this seemed interesting. I've seen the other 2 books, the 2nd and 3rd book, on Book Outlet a lot. It is one of the books that they're like, you might like this. But I hadn't seen the 1st book on there until just recently, so I went ahead and snagged it up, not really knowing too much of anything about it. I'm just tired of them shoving it in my face. So I will go ahead and read the front jacket for you guys. It says, the jewel means wealth. The jewel means beauty. The jewel means royalty. But for girls like Violet, the jewel means servitude. Violet, born and raised in the marsh, has been trained to work for the royalty, and she quickly learns of the brutal truths that lie beneath the jewel's glittering facade, the cruelty, backstabbing, and hidden violence that have become the royal way of life. Violet must accept the ugly realities of her existence and try to stay alive. When an unlikely friendship offers her an opportunity she never dreamed possible, Violet clings to the hope of a better life, until a forbidden romance changes everything. Suddenly, Violet finds herself in a different kind of danger, one that may cost her more than she bargained for. So, we'll see. I'll read this first one at some point and decide if I then want to get the 2nd and 3rd book, since Book Outlet clearly has like an abundance of those. The last book that I have in this box is The Valiant. So this one does sound really, really interesting. It is about a lady gladiator. The 2nd book for this is coming out really, really soon. This is one of the books that has been on my TBR to read before the 2nd book comes out this year. So I was super excited to see that Book Outlet had this for cheap. So that was it for this mid-month book haul. I don't think there's going to be too much at the end of the month. I'm not really planning on having a whole ton of books between now and then. I'm not planning on it. So we'll see. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more videos with me and all of my books, please be sure to click the like and the subscribe that are down below. You can also click the little bell icon to be notified as to when I've posted a new videos. It should be on Tuesdays and Fridays. Thank you guys so much for watching. I certainly appreciate it, and I really hope you tune in next time. Bye!